I've got the need for Xbox accessories. I can't believe I just said that. Can we not say that? I don't want to say that. What's going on, folks? Tony Hannity's here with Lazy Tech TV, and this is the brand new Turtle Beach VelocityOne Flightstick. I was recently informed not many people have these, and so I'm very gracious to Turtle Beach for sending one my way for this unboxing. But mind you, this is not a sponsored video. They don't get to see it before I post this, so they're seeing it at the same time that you're seeing it. So hopefully they like it and you like it. This is perfect for games like Microsoft Flight Simulator, but it works with other flight sim games as well too. We've got on the front here, ambidextrous design. I'm about to marry a left-hander and she's very aware of products that only cater to right-handed individuals. So it's really nice to see that something like this effectively works whether you're left or right-handed. Flight management display. Ooh, I'd like to see where that looks like. And then Bluetooth enabled for app comms. App comms? What are app comms? It works with Windows 10, Windows 11, designed for Xbox. Awesome. Universal simulator controller. Ooh, on the actual stick itself, it says right here, VelocityOne flight management display. So that's what they're referring to. High contrast OLED display with dedicated navigation wheel to configure your flight stick on the fly. You can download the companion app for your smart device to enable real-time customization of product features. Oh, this is really intricate. Listen, I'm not a pilot. I don't necessarily know if this is like exactly what a pilot would see, especially a brand new pilot. I can only imagine this is close enough. I remember back in the 90s, my joystick for Top Gun, the video game, was just that. One joystick and then one button to shoot. Maybe two buttons, one for the guns and the other one's for the missiles. Nevertheless, that's all I had. Ooh, okay, all right. This is one quick start guide that I am not gonna get rid of. So in here, we've got a couple of things. We've got the USB Type-C cable, so this will either plug into your PC or your console. And then, what is this? What are these? Are these replacement parts? I think these are replacement parts, so I'm definitely going to keep this. I'm probably gonna keep the box. Oh, wow. Oh, this looks really nice. This is really beautiful. Okay, so just kind of case in point, this is nice and tall. Build quality, obviously it is plastic, but it's, you know, it's definitely high grade plastic. It has a matte finish on the bottom base here. You do have a little bit of gloss on the top here. Oh, and we have this. Ooh, nice. And then, as I mentioned earlier too, if you do plug in a headset with your console, you would plug it in directly here, yonder. Yonder? Here, yonder. Right here. This is where you would plug it in. ABXY buttons on the left-hand side, your Nexus button right here, start, select. You even have a share button. They even considered using the share button. What is this? Is this like a, is this where I put my coffee? I do like, however, that I don't think that in a real plane that is non-militarized that you would have a trigger. I don't know, maybe they do, but you do have a trigger for this. So whether you're using this for a more relaxing game like Microsoft Flight Simulator or something like a DSC, you would be able to use this for both games, and you would have your trigger button. You've got your, I'm sure, your Fox 2, Fox 3 buttons as well too, if you have like sidewinders. These are terms that I remember from the Top Gun game. I don't know if they actually pertain, but I'm using them to sound cool. Do I sound cool? And then you have these levers on either side. Now, although they might look the same, especially if you just look at the instrumentation or the measurements alongside of it, they do have two separate functions. The one on the left, at least according to the suggested button mappings, the one on the left is your toga or your thrust lever. So if you want to go, you know, faster, this is your thrust. and then one on the right is going to be your flaps. So that makes sense. You're gonna have two separate sections for that. You also have a quick look around button. In Microsoft Simulator, if you have not tried it, it is more than just sitting in a cockpit and then going. You actually sit in the cockpit, but then you need to make your character look around to turn on the engines, turn on, to turn off the brakes, to put the flaps down. You actually have to look around to do that. And this has a quick button to allow you to do that instead of having to cycle through that menu on a more simplified controller. Actually, according to the suggested button mapping, this trigger can also be your brake. Remember this thing that I said that might be for like your coffee cup or something like that? It's a hand rest. You can put your hand right here, and so if you're just relaxing, your hand will still be on the joystick, but it ain't gonna go anywhere. It's freaking smart. Oh, and I can move it up or down for the trim. Guys, that's so smart. All right, we're gonna get this connected to Microsoft Flight Simulator, and we're gonna see how it actually flies, because I'm very interested. The issue with Microsoft Flight Simulator, especially when you're using it on a controller, is that it's so cumbersome to do all these functions on this. It's a little daunting. It's a little discouraging, because even if you go through the tutorial on the how-tos and how to do all the things, there's a lot that you have to do just with these two analog sticks. So having this might actually be the answer. But you also have these buttons here as well too, which allow you to do a checklist, ATC, navlog, and then like turn your lights back and off and on. So these buttons, they click very well. I'm definitely excited to see how this plays on the game, and as well as the app that you can download on your Android or iOS device. So, future Tony, take it away. Future Tony here, and once we set up the flight stick, it worked seamlessly with Microsoft Flight Simulator. There wasn't any update that we necessarily need to go through. There was some button mapping options that it did give us, and with the companion app, it gave me the opportunity to choose if I wanted a more realistic flying experience, a more standard, or I guess arcadey flying experience. The feel of the overall controller flight stick felt very, very real, felt very, very natural, and it was very easy to use. There were some times in the middle where I couldn't necessarily figure out how to change a switch or something like that, but being able to look around and playing with the option buttons easily got me to where I needed to go. The one thing I will note is if you do plan on using this long term, I highly recommend that you nail it or screw it into some sort of platform, because this does rise up just kind of sporadically. As you can see here, it just happens, and it's not the biggest of deal, but it will take you out of the immersion that these flight sticks are trying to give to you. Otherwise, this is a really cool experience, and it is going to make me try Microsoft Flight Simulator way more than I was in the first place. So ladies and gentlemen, that was the Turtle Beach VelocityOne flight stick. I hope you enjoyed that. I definitely enjoyed that as well too. I'm very much considering putting Microsoft Flight Simulator back into my normal stream because of this. If you didn't know, we actually stream over on Twitch, twitch.tv/LazyTechTony. We do a podcast over there as well too, every other Thursday. But as far as flight sticks go, you can go on the low end, and then you can go on the super high end. And the super high end ones are going to be more of the actual simulations. This is very much in the middle, where it's kind of arcadey, but it's also very simulated with these levers, with all the little intricate buttons, and for the sheer fact that you can on the fly manage what some of these buttons do and what some of your instruments are doing from your mobile device. I can only imagine someone who's getting into this world of flight sim, whether it's Microsoft Flight Sim or another flight sim, having that expandability is very, very nice. So let me know what you folks think in the comment section down below. Links, as always, can be found in the description below. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, share with your friends, and take care of yourselves and each other. Later.